Hey guys, it's Phoenix. I'm back on 1.10. This is not a Pokemon video. So what I have today is a set of 4 different worlds, all of which are slightly different with some variation, but all following the same idea. I'm going to give you guys some time to look at them and just have a look at what you think is wrong with all of those situations. Okay, so here's the first one, still loading, but I'm not going to turn around yet because turning around will sort of reveal what's happening here. So I'm just going to have a gander at the terrain. You can see there is a ravine right there. Pretty normal apart from these unusual sand mountains that you often don't see when you generate terrain. So here's the first one, and here's the second one. Black void sort of outline, but there is actually no real sign of any ravines around here. Just a tiny sand mountain right there, but otherwise pretty similar to the first world. Okay, so the last one here is number 3. You can see there are actually tiny lakes now starting to form on the surface, and there is one ravine right here, and of course those typical sand mountains. So if you haven't figured out already what's going on, take a guess right now in the comments, but otherwise, here is what is happening. This video was inspired by a Reddit post by KarthagoOnTuhottava. I have no clue how to pronounce it, I do apologize. I'll leave a link in the description, but here is the amazement that I witnessed. So what is happening here, essentially, is we have surface ocean monuments. This can be generated very easily. All you need to do is go to a single player world, select the customize option. Then you need to do 2 things. One is set your sea level all the way down to 1, and then select the biome deep ocean. So that actually means your ocean monuments can spawn. But it's pretty cool to actually have this spawn naturally rather than the very boring temples that you often see. Well, they're probably boring because you see them pretty often now, but to have this spawn on the surface is pretty amusing. And it actually creates some really nice options and alternatives in building and selecting where you want your starting base to be. But of course, you still have the Elder Guardian spawning. So that's the only problem, but again, it adds some really nice depth to your biome generation. But otherwise, pretty normal. And again, very interesting. Now, the other 2 worlds that I showed you already just had some variations to cave generation systems and sea level. But what I really want to show you guys is the 4th world that I spawned. Now, this one here is pretty much the same, but the sea level instead of 1 is 40. So you have the ocean monument nearly submerged, which makes exploration pretty unusual. You can see part of the land is in fact underwater, which looks really nice when you actually do this. And then if you dig upwards, you're actually above sea level again. But this doesn't affect the way Guardians spawn. I did read the Reddit post. Apparently, Guardians will still spawn, although it's not really spawning for me, but they should. But you can see that the Elder Guardians are still spawning. So, pretty interesting. Definitely worth exploring. So all you need to do is set your sea level to 1 and change your biome to deep ocean so they will spawn. But otherwise, very cool to look at from a distance when you actually find these things, especially if you have your sea level around about 30 to 40. So half of it is going to be underwater. Leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it, and otherwise you can look at the Reddit post, which I'll leave in the description, and make sure to subscribe for more creative content and Pokemon updates. Thanks for watching. As always, take care.